All right, so here's what I do. This is a scheduled event too. Okay, so a couple things. Let me start at the beginning. You never say the O word until you have the offer in writing. Do not tell your seller, you hang up with a phone call, hey, Bob, my buyer loved the house. We're going to be submitting you an offer. Do not call the seller and say, hey, we got an offer on the way. It's a huge, massive mistake. You guys know how flaky buyers are. They're hot when they're there. Like I see all you guys shaking your heads right now. They're hot when they're there. Oh my gosh, Beverly, I love this house. It's the best. They call you an hour later. Oh, we decided against it. That thing sucks. And now you set your seller up with all this excitement and there's nothing to be had. So we don't talk about offers until that thing is in your inbox. Okay, so that's number one. Then number two, watch this. When you have the offer, I tell the seller, hey, I just hung up with an agent that showed the property. It seems as though we may get an offer. I already have the offer. So I do what other agents do backwards. We may be getting an offer. Well, why do I do that instead of just telling them? Because I want to hold the leverage in that relationship with my seller. So I want them to be a little bit excited. I say, hey, so Mike likes that. Mike Edwards likes that. So then I schedule some time. Hey, what I'd like to do is, assuming that this thing comes through, I'd like to call you and go through the details with you at X time. Will that work? This is a scheduled appointment. Do not try to call them out of the blue because you're going to catch your seller in a frantic state. They're not going to be in the state of mind. They're not going to be able to communicate. You cannot call them out of the blue. Hey, Bob, what's going on? Oh, I got an offer. Can you go through it right now? Like, oh, geez, they're excited. They want to talk about it. Don't do that either. So we set the expectation. We schedule a call, okay? And then what I do is I send them an email, not with the contracts. I send them an email with the offer highlights. So I have an offer checklist that I complete, and I send that to my client as a PDF. So it's got all the outlines of the offer, okay? So then they have that in email. I send it to them, by the way. I don't send it to them hours before. Why don't I do that? I'm going to ask Dominic. Let's unmute Dominic and ask him. I like putting people on the spot that I think are sleeping. I'm just kidding, Dom.
So you send it to them right before you get out the conversation?
That's right.
Yeah, so they don't have too much time to think about it, right?
You got it. Dominic nailed it. I need them to have a visual, but if I get the offer in the morning and I'm going to call them at 2 o'clock, I don't need them to get all riled up and excited about one part of the offer they didn't like. It's like, screw those buyers. What the hell? I'm not accepting that thing. We don't want that, but we want the visual. So as I'm going through it with them on the phone or doing a Zoom and I'm doing a screen share, they can look at what I'm talking about. And then it gives me the chance to explain so that I can keep their emotions in check. Okay, so now that I've done all of those things, we're going to go back to one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Beverly, what do you think I should do? Tom, what do you think I should do? Deepa, what do you think I should do? So let me ask Joe Bennett. Let's get him off. He's driving. He looks like a celebrity. Look at him. Such a cool cat. So we're going to bring him on. Go ahead and unmute yours. Oh, he's driving. I don't want to get him in an accident. That would be bad. Let me ask Tasha. Let's unmute Tasha. Sorry, Colton, putting you on. How do we base our offer recommendations? It's on something we talk about all the time. So watch this. Watch.
Okay.
So you have an offer for your seller.
Okay.
And you go through all the details and they say, well, Tasha, what do you think we should do? Before you respond, what are we basing that off of? What is the baseline?
I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's why we're doing this.
Okay.
So just like listing property, offers also are correlated to days on market. Okay? Right?
Okay.
So the seller says, okay, well, Brandon, that seems great. What do you think I should do? Well, if it's low days on market, my recommendation will be different than if they've been on the market for 6 months, right?
Okay. Right.
Make sense?